Congratulations, Lindsay.
Thank you
Good
very
job.
much. Thank you. Thank you. As I initially started to write my speech, I started it, put it down for a week, picked it up for a couple of times, put it down again. There's a lot of things you want to say to a lot of people. There's a lot of people in this room who are responsible for me being here, being up here right now. So I have a lot of people to thank. I think Jenny stole part of my speech. We're talking in the hallway. Did a good job. But I think, like I said, I just have a lot to say, and hopefully I'll get it done in 6 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. I'd like to thank God for His continued blessings, my fellow 2014 inductees, the Bristol Sports Hall of Fame for allowing me to be a member of a distinguished group. The first things that crossed my mind when I found out that I was being inducted were, I really hope I don't forget to thank anyone, and it's going to be hard to squeeze in 39 years in 5 minutes, but I'll do my best. I know this is a sports Hall of Fame, and anyone can look up someone's stats in the record book and see where the person ranks, but stats alone don't tell the full story. So my speech is more about how and why I'm standing before you tonight. A famous African proverb states that it takes a village to raise a child, and that's my story. In 1975, at the age of 5 years old, I moved to Bristol from Brooklyn, New York, after my parents divorced. I was raised by my grandparents, Linsie and Etta Esau, who already had raised 6 sons of their own, Lindsay Jr., Charles, James, Keith, Wayne, and Jackie. We lived at 216 Davis Drive, which was a low-income housing project off Jerome Avenue that had a reputation as a bad place. But for any kid of any race who loved playing sports, there was no better place to grow up. To us, the Drive was a safe haven, a family community, our Boston Garden, our Lambeau Field, and Yankee Stadium. My crew consisted of Dennis Peacock, Tim Gunn, J.C. Russell, the Kimballs, the Macs, the Oteros, and Luther Schultz. You couldn't have found a more competitive group of kids, but we loved each other as much as we liked beating each other in anything: sports, playing cards, dancing, rapping, break dancing, who had more waves in their hair, anything. We weren't just friends, we were brothers. Our early sports heroes weren't just Tony Dorsett and Ricky Henderson and Dr. J, but Leo and Stoney Mr. T. Gaudette, Kevin White Chocolate Shepard, Julio and Jose the Flash Masonette, Junior Slaughter, and any kids from the Drive who played for the Lancers. Anyone who knew Julio back then knew he was a little crazy, well, a lot crazy, but there were 3 things I always admired about him the most. You always wanted him on your team because he would run through a wall or other opponents for you. He was the first person to give me confidence to play varsity sports, and he was the first one of us Davis Drive boys to attend college, as he played football and graduated from Southern Connecticut State University, and his son Alec is currently a freshman running back at University of New Haven. My crew played sports every day, all year round. When it snowed, we plowed part of the basketball court and played in gloves, boots, and a frozen basketball. At night, we played football under the lights. We played every form of baseball you can imagine. And Luther even made a 6-hole mini golf course in his yard and charged 25 cents a person to play. It definitely wasn't a Tiger Woods course. It was more like a Tiger Hood course. But to us, it was a TPC. We played sports at Page Park every summer. We'd be there all day. Basketball games in the morning, go home for free lunch at lunch, come back and play softball in the afternoon, swimming pool, then home to play sports at night. I believe we also went 2 straight years without losing a basketball or a softball game. Thanks, Mr. G. Fast forward to 1992. I was blessed to graduate from Hamilton College with a BA in economics. I came home and created the Davis Drive Youth Basketball League. I met George Carpenter and the Barnes Group each year with my proposals, and they both handed me checks to fund the league. I eventually passed the league off to the Bristol Boys and Girls Club because they had more resources to improve the league and help better the kids. I also enjoyed working as a youth advisor for the Bristol NAACP and as a mentor to Davis Drive kids through Bristol Youth Services. I'm currently part of a United Way reading program through my job that goes to Burns School in Hartford 1 day a week during the workday and mentors first graders. And coaching my son's Keenan's basketball and football teams the past 7 years has been a true blessing. I'm very passionate about being a mentor and helping other kids the way people helped me. So please, if you take anything from my speech tonight, donate some time to a less fortunate kid because you really changed lives. Now to the meat of my speech. I've had very, very, very positive people and mentors in my life. I've always tried to surround myself with positive energy people. Positive breeds positive, negative breeds negative. So I want to thank a lot of people that have been positive in my life. The Miller family, for treating me like a son and a brother the last 30 years. Ron and Joanne Salvatore, your love and support for me and your grandchildren is constant and a true blessing in my life. Dave and Eileen Ebert, for how you lead your Ebert family by example with love and being a rock for every family member. Good old Mr. Farrell, good young Mr. Farrell, for treating me like a son during my Little League years and making me into an all-star catcher, and also keeping me humble by almost decapitating me with a fastball when I was wising off as an 11-year-old. Mr. Tetro, you're one of the most unselfish people I've ever known in my life. I've always admired the way you put others before yourself, and I thank you for all you've done for us Davis Drive boys all these years. When I think of Bristol Eastern, I always think of you. The Mills family, for always inviting us to your house to sing Christmas carols each year and always having an open door policy. Your house was my home away from home, and I have fond memories of the generosity and the love that you and Mrs. Mills always showed to me. Your family has always been a special place in my heart, especially Steve and Stacy, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for me on and off the field. Mr. G, Mike Juvenazzo, no one has coached us Davis Drive kids for as many years as you did. It started when we were 9 and 10 years old at Page Park and lasted until we were seniors in high school. You were a father figure to us, and you used sports to keep us busy and out of trouble. And I really hope that you realize how important you were to us growing up and how grateful and personally I am for all you've done for me, for my development as a person and as a player. Other family and friends I want to thank who I've been blessed to have in my life and my children's lives when I was growing up and also in Newington recently is the Eddy family, the Ryans, the O'Neills, Miss Russell, Miss Everett, Newington sports programs, the Greens, the CRCs, and all of the college and high school teammates and coaches. My dad, Lindsay Sr., couldn't be here tonight due to health issues, but my mom, Linsie Esau, is here from Far Rockaway, New York. And I'm very, very, very happy that I've been able to rebuild my relationship with my mom and my dad over the last 16 years. It's not always where you start in life, but where you finish that counts. I love you, Mom, as well as my other siblings, Monique, Cammie, and Chris. God has blessed me with two fantastic children, Lindsay Marie, a freshman at Boston University, and Keenan James Esau, a straight-A student, and he plays football and basketball in Newington. You make me proud every day. You give my life meaning, and I pray that you continue to be humble, hardworking, and confident as you pursue your dreams. I've also been blessed to have 3 more loved ones come into my life. My fiancée, Heidi, her sons, Dwayne and Matthias. Dwayne is a Marine now living in Massachusetts, raising 2 beautiful infant sons, Miles and Camden. Matthias is a star defensive back at Newington High School who will be playing college football in the near future. Boys, I pray that the years I've been a positive influence in your life, a true father figure, and that you continue to be a loving, productive, and hardworking group, making us all proud. To my fiancée, Heidi, a strong, independent, God-fearing woman who as a single mom raised the boys by herself and got a degree from Rhode Island College. In recent years, she became a breast cancer survivor. You're an inspiration to anyone who knows you, and I thank you for all you do. I love you 3 very, very much. Now to the 3 most important people. To the 3 most important mentors I've had in my life. My Uncle Jay. My Uncle Jay, my Uncle Al, and my grandfather. Words can't express how important you've been in my life, and they're the main reason I'm standing here right now. For as long as I can remember, you've been right by my side, advising me, guiding me, supporting me physically and financially, teaching me to respect and to take me to events. My Uncle Jay is on business in San Antonio tonight, couldn't attend, and lived out of state most of the time. I would stay with him and my Aunt Sharon during the summers, working hard, seeing different places, and in my adult years, I'd take my family to go visit them in New Jersey. I don't recall a football, basketball, or baseball game I ever played that my Uncle Alan and my grandfather didn't attend. Uncle Alan was the one who took me to college when I moved in, and as a youth, I'd walk from Davis Drive to his house down there to play basketball at the Bristol Boys and Girls Club, and then after the game, walk 3 blocks to his house with my Aunt Lori, and he stayed. My uncles led by example. They worked hard, they stayed out of trouble, and they loved their families. And I try to model that every time with my own life. My grandfather, was my rock, my friend, my confidant. He could be hard on me at times, but as a kid I didn't understand that. But as I got older, I realized he was preparing me to be a good man, to be responsible, to be respectful, to be a family provider and protector. We would sit and talk about politics, sports, movies, school, current events. Everyone I knew, from youth to adult, respected my grandfather. He rarely talked to me about my games. He would say, good luck before games, and good game after, and have a nice play. Maybe it was his way of letting me know that there was more to life than playing sports, and I need to focus on those things once the game was over. His plan worked. I try to honor him daily by the way I love, care for, and support my own family. In closing, I've always tried to respect myself, represent myself, my family, Davis Drive, Bristol Eastern, and the city of Bristol as best I could on and off the field when I traveled abroad. Although the Hall of Fame plaque has my name and picture on it, there's a ton of people that I want you to realize and think about when you see the plaque. The mentors I mentioned, my friends, and my crew, whose resume today includes a landscaper, accountant, insurance litigator, postal worker, police officer, sales executive, social worker, a master chief in the Navy, 3 state champions, Timmy and JC in football, Ben Mack in basketball, 2 college graduates. 3 of us have children currently attending universities, Haley Gunn, Alec Masonette, and Linsie Esau. And now, 1 Bristol Sports Hall of Fame inductee. Not bad for some kids from the Drive. Thank you.
Good job, Lindsay. Great job.